Hello, good morning, everyone. My name is Natalie from Connie Francisco Real Estate Group. I am so excited to be able to present today. I am one of the new members. I've only been in the group for 2 months. So I wanted to start today with just, putting some information about myself so you guys get to know me. So obviously, I want you guys to know me better so that your clients will know me better as well, and then everyone's happy. So, a little story behind the realtor, which is me. I'm 23 years old. I lived on Long Island my whole life, Nassau County. I did go to the University of Tampa. I studied marketing, which I feel goes hand in hand with real estate. I am a licensed realtor in both New York and Florida, specializing in Tampa since that is where I studied. I did graduate a semester early, so my last semester I practically took that time to do real estate in Florida, do open houses there, and just get everything ready. I was debating if I was going to come back to New York or stay in Tampa, but I ultimately made the decision to come back to New York since Long Island is what I know, and I am super happy about it, and I'm passionate about helping clients find their dream home. So, where my journey begins is my family. So here are some photos. At the top left, you see my mom, who I'm so lucky to have and is here today, and my little brother, who unfortunately started soccer tryouts, so he wasn't able to make it, but he's 14 years old. We're super, super close. And I have my lovely dog. Her name is Chanel. She's a yellow lab. You're probably like, you definitely chose her name as Chanel. I promise she was born like that. That is her born name. So she, we're meant to be. So how did I get started? Why do I do real estate? Did I just watch Selling Sunset and was like, yes, that's what I want to do? Well, kind of. But I did grow up in real estate. I am fortunate enough that my mom is a broker and she does have her own real estate company. I grew up when I was little, going to open houses, blowing up balloons, being that little girl in the car, being like, Mom, can you please get off the phone? Like, I'm trying to listen to the radio. And she was like, yeah, one more call. But obviously now as I grow up older, I understand and I know the business more, and I am so lucky to have her. She is my role model. Like I said, marketing I did take in college, and that was my major, so that does play a big part in my real estate world today. And real estate is my dream job. I remember recently I was in the car with my little brother, and he was like, so what is your dream job? Like, if you didn't do real estate, what would you do? And I was like, I am doing my dream job. And he was like, no, I'm serious. And I was like, no, this is my dream job. I couldn't imagine doing anything else. Real estate, there's so many different avenues you can do. And the best part is that you're actively helping people every day. Real estate, you don't do the same thing every day. You don't do the same 9 to 5. Every single day is different. All your clients are different. Every day you get new adventures. So, as you guys know, a big part of my brand is pink. I love the color pink. And this wonderful photo was taken by our awesome photographer, Brett. Thank you so much. That photo shoot was amazing. But yeah, give it up for Brett. That was so much fun. But I remember I went to a networking event a couple weeks ago, and she came up to me and she was like, how did you choose pink? Is that just something? And I was like, I actually love pink. I was born growing up. I'm very girly. I like getting my hair done, getting my nails done. So pink just goes hand in hand. And I feel like that is a color that does stand out. And with real estate and marketing and branding, it's super important to stand out. Obviously, I'm sure you guys know a bunch of realtors, but how many realtors do you really know that are putting themselves out there actively and are constantly working from a day-to-day basis? There's not that many. Some people do real estate just for fun. Some people do real estate because they do have connections. And some people do real estate because they truly do love it and they truly do love helping people. So this is just a simple daily schedule. I decided to do a Wednesday daily schedule since that's BNI days. So another big part is I do like to work out. So I go to Barry's. It's just a workout class. It's half weights, half treadmill. If you meet me or follow me on Instagram, you'll definitely see me there every day. That's just my little morning commute. I dedicate it after for one-on-ones, which I'm so lucky I've been able to meet so many people so far. Then after, since I don't come to the city much, I usually like to go to a cafe, play a little city girl for the day, make my appointments, catch up, submit offers, review offers, do all the phone calls that I didn't pick up while I was here. Then I usually train back to New Hyde Park, which is where my office is located, and then the afternoon I dedicate to showings. So I think I did this for last Wednesday, so I guess last Wednesday I had a commercial showing in Baldwin, a commercial showing in Valley Stream, and then a residential in Freeport. I've been trying to incorporate afternoon workout, so that day I did hot yoga at the end of the day. But you're probably like, what are these towns? I have no idea what you're talking about. Don't worry, we're gonna get there. So this is Long Island. I know a lot of you guys are from Connecticut. A lot of you guys are from Westchester, which I think is over there. Right? I don't know. Guys, I know Long Island. That's my specialty. We have the Bronx, which obviously we have our amazing Bronx realtors. We have Queens, Shawnee, Brooklyn, Paul, and then lovely Long Island. So. Jersey. Oh, sorry, Hoboken, how can I forget? So this is Long Island. So it's broken up into Nassau and Suffolk. I specialize in Nassau. In Suffolk, I would say anywhere up to like the Port Jeff, Ronkonkoma, because like you could take the LIE and just go straight, so the commute isn't too bad. Anywhere here really isn't my specialty. I know we have Hamptons realtors in the group before that you can refer them for that, but anywhere there is fair game for me. So I want to specialize in Nassau County. So I've lived in Nassau County my whole life. I live personally right now in Bayville, which is, it looks really far, and you're probably like, this girl's crazy for commuting here, but it's really not that bad. I know Christina, our wonderful insurance, lives over here, Long Beach. And it's only really like an hour commute. It's really not too far. My office is New Hyde Park, which is kind of right in the middle, so that's where I take the train to get here. Nassau County. It's broken up into 3 towns. You have Town of Hempstead, Town of North Hempstead, and the Oyster Bay. There's 64 villages incorporated, 60 plus hamlets, and the population and estimate of 2024 is 1.4 million. So what I'm asking is, out of those 1.4 million population, I'm sure you know someone on Long Island, and especially just in Nassau County. And if you're like, I still have no idea where Long Island is and I don't really know what's there, you might have heard of Jones Beach State Park, which is over there, the Americana Manhasset, which I touched on last week, which is kind of in the middle, Eisenhower Park, there's probably some golfers there's definitely some golfers in here. You might have been over there. Belmont Park, the horses, they're like building luxury stores over there as well. And Nassau Coliseum, which you might have been for concerts, and yeah. So the market, Long Island market. So the median sale price between Nassau and Suffolk is $750K. Nassau, the median sale price is around $860, and Suffolk is hitting an all-time high of $700K. With that being said, real estate is growing on Long Island and prices are going up. If you know anyone who has been renting for a while and is like, I don't know, I'm waiting for rates to drop, obviously they could talk to Melora about that. But it really should be time. I just had one of my friend's siblings contact me, and she just got recently engaged, and she was like, I don't know if I should rent, if I should buy, I don't even know where to start. I was speaking to one of my friends and they said it was really overwhelming, and I was like, calm down, that's what I'm here for. We'll make an appointment this week, I'll sit you down, and I'll make the buying process as easy as I can. Because sometimes that's why people rent. They're like, I'm so overwhelmed, I heard I had to do this, I heard I had to do that, and it's just not true, Once you break it down and once you have a professional as me that can help you with the whole process, it makes your life a lot easier. And why do I do real estate at the end of the day? My clients. My clients are my bread and butter. They are why I love real estate so, so much. Every story is different. It's not like I could say, this one was an easy deal and this one was an easy deal, because trust me, they weren't. But what I can tell you is that they all are family to me. I keep touch with all of my clients. I remember this is specifically Tracy. Was looking for a rental for months. And then I think she came to like one of my rentals in Elmont, and then I helped her, and she was like so grateful. She was like, I've been looking for months and months, and like no one actually took the time to help me. And she thought it was because her credit was bad, but it was because she was like filing something like a dispute or something, and that's why it was bad. And like once I put the application together and explained it, people were like, oh, she has good credit if you take that out. So it's just really taking the time out of the day and not just looking at people's applications and numbers. It's really understanding the story and putting it all together so that they are able to get that home. And next one is, so this is just something I did last year. I am newer in the business. I've been doing it for a year and a half now. I could tell you all my numbers and you'd be like, that's kind of impressive, at least I hope. But this is what I did my most recent Christmas. I went to go visit my past clients, which was like amazing. Obviously, you people know in real estate, you speak to these clients every single day, and sometimes when closing comes, you don't speak to them as much. So I took the time to go visit them, and it was so amazing. This is Rosa. She was in Roosevelt. Diana, she's in Farmingdale, and it was just so much fun, you know, seeing them, seeing their family, and seeing what they did to their house. Like, I went to Farmingdale, and I was like, oh my goodness, your basement's completely different. Like, this is so cool. And they were like, yeah. And I was like, guys, you forgot to send me photos, what? But it definitely was a grand old time seeing all my clients. And these are just some reviews from people. I'll touch on this one. This was a commercial place in New Hyde Park that he had vacant for 2 years, and then I was able to, with the help of marketing, upload it and get it rented in a week. No nonsense, unbelievable. If you met Michael, he's a hard guy to impress, so for sure. And like I said, I would love for you guys to connect with me. That's my Instagram, my TikTok, my LinkedIn, Facebook, and company website. I eat, sleep, breathe real estate. If you know anyone on Long Island who needs assistance, tell them to contact me. Thank you.